heated and the building out of so it can be like safe for the
Yeah,
kids and the people put the kids in the kids in our hands, so we have
yeah.
to protect them against anything. So
We just want to make sure that people listening understand. Make it clear that Toby doesn't work directly with kids.
no,
He's not a teacher, because we might get into some crazy fucking stories in a minute, and I don't want you guys to be like, hey, he works with kids, man. What the fuck? Because we might get into some just in case, just in case.
oh no.
But yeah, so that's cool, man. I mean, that's the cool thing about sports. Like whatever the fuck your sport is, if you're really good at it and you're a nice person, doors will open, right? Even hey, boxing, it worked out, but it didn't go where you want it to. But hey, you met people and they helped you out, and now you have a great quality of life out here. So that's why I try to. Yeah, I hope to tell my son, I don't give a fuck if you play the flute. You play the flute, man. Fucking play your ass off with the flute, and then something will come of it. You'll be a fucking Philharmonic Orchestra, or you'll fucking get a good job or get a degree because you took it as far as you could, but it didn't work out. Who cares?
Yeah, well, it's like me. I tell the fighters, I mean, I tell them to continue with their education and just back up, for that to be the, I mean, they like boxing, it's fine, or MMA, but just continue with their education, because,
Yeah.
I mean, the MMA fighting or the boxing, it could be short, you know what I mean?
Yeah, fuck. A lot fighters, man, they're like fucking strippers, right?
Yeah,
They don't
man.
fucking realize that their time is done. Like, you fucking if you used to be the shit in Vegas and now you're dancing in fucking Stockton and Deja Vu,
Man,
you're hanging
shit.
on to a memory, dude. Like,
Oh,
maybe you should
yeah.
quit stripping. These
Yeah.
fucking guys that tried it, they had a good start, but what I notice, you probably notice it too. These fucking guys, they have a really fast start and they win a bunch of fights right away,
Yes.
and then they like, I'm good enough. I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing because this is good enough. And then they
Yes.
quit growing and they start getting their ass kicked.
Oh,
Oh
no.
man, I'm gonna start doing jujitsu. And then they come back and then all the jujitsu guys beat their ass and then in jujitsu, and they can't handle it. So like, nah, I'm gonna go back to box. Then they go back to their old ways and they go and
Yes.
lose their fight again. Right? I
Yes.
mean, it happens
You
all
have
the
to be
time.
flexible, man. Learn everything. Learn everything.
And then before you know it, they're fucking 30, 35. And now it's like, come on, man. You're
Yes.
you're you're dancing at deja vu, basically. Like, it's time to maybe start coaching, fucking get a real job.
Yes.
You work with a lot of guys. You've seen this pattern a lot. Um, who would the listeners know that you've worked with?
Well, I remember, yeah, well, actually, with, what's the name of the some guy that was here?
Val.
I worked with him, with his hands, I think, like, for at least like 3 times.
Yeah, that was a couple weeks ago. We had Val
Yes, and,
Ignatov on, so you helped Val with some of his fights.
no, just actually just 3 times, holding the mitts for him, and I remember I worked with in the beginning with Nick Diaz, and then Nate Diaz too. But that was in the beginning. They are
Yeah,
who they are because their hard work and his coach,
yeah,
Richard Perez. But yes, I was like working with them. Uh, so many guys. I forgot the names right now.
so right now you got a guy, a local guy, Mike Wheeler. How old is he? He's 30, right? He's got to be 30.
I think like he's in his late 30th. But see the reason and because my job doesn't let me like
Training full time.
yeah, so like open a gym or something because I'm always on a 24/7 call,
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
alarms or whatever, and I had to leave. I don't even charge him because I say, man, why charge him? And then if there's an alarm call and I have to leave, and you know what I mean, it won't be
Yeah.
fair. So,
Yeah, I mean
well,
that's
and then I remember Steve Heath, I had
Steve Heath.
Steve
Well, yeah, I mean
Heath.
that's when I met you. I mean everybody we're all training together. It was
Well,
just,
I helped you, to
yeah,
remember
me
for your
too.
fight.
Shit, anything I know about boxing is because of you. And there was no, I mean, who the fuck else taught me how to box? Nobody. I think I'm of this whole group. I probably hung out because you were training jujitsu. So when did you
Well,
meet? When did you meet Shingu? How did you even
Shingo.
how did you go from boxing to jiu-jitsu? How did you even get into
Well,
jiu-jitsu?
you know what?